Can you hear? This is about the last resort I have is just to document what's going on. Um, I'm gonna start off by saying shit gets really shit goes easy and then all of a sudden the threshold goes up, the tempo goes up, and the phone lines start really chitter chattering. Phone lines. This is deals with biotechnologies, nanotechnologies, um, neurosciences, quantum computing. Um, I know there's a problem here on these phone lines under this light. These are phone lines, the bottom wires. There's a big problem coming from this house right here, where that light's at, and there's a fence here. My fence. It's a big problem here. And there's another light in the back, right there. There's big problems coming from the vents in the house, the heating and air conditioning. My lights are flickering in the house, so something's bumping the electric in the house. Whether it be phosphors, whatever, it's some type of transformer or anything. Yeah, the only thing I could do is document this stuff. I've had it up to here with fucking trying to report identity theft, and the police not even fucking they won't even write the reports. I've had it up to here. I could go up there right now with this phone and tell them if I want to file for identity theft, and nothing happens. As I'm walking, there's shit putting pressure on my head. It's like a kinetic force bouncing up and down, and it's trying to get into my ears. It's all over the wires right now. There's little black lines that you seen in my video earlier. They just move around. Here's the transformer. Best thing I could do is just document what's going on. I really can't explain it, but it's sort of just best thing I could say. There's like a TV screen on my face, and it's like a video game. And through my eyeballs with this TV screen, it's like a computer screen, and it's synchronized. We could call it. It's like a sync with this kinetic energy, and just as you could see infrared, and we're getting ready to cure blindness with Neuralink. I just watched a video the other day, and they're talking about people that were born blind are repairing their vision. There's people that have had their vision repaired, even with BlackRock or Synchron or all these DARPA, whatever, whoever they are, and other companies around the planet. Because we're not the only country on the world. And the World Wide Web, you could go anywhere on a planet and use this technology. Because it's cyber. It's a surveillance tool, cyber weapons, cyber healthcare. Like, this is all coming. I'm just trying to document this stuff as best as I can. Hopefully I'll hear some clicking going in different places from electrical reflections and opening up antennas, analog antennas, and it works off of feedback, and it pairs right with the cognition. More importantly, it pairs with well, it's going in through the hair. There's so much going on. To accurately explain it without visualization and tools and scopes and everything else under the sun. It's almost impossible for someone to listen to this, or whoever does listen to it. The only thing I could do is try to document what's going on. Because I'm going through some problems. This shit just protobates, and what it's doing, protobation means agitate. It's agitating, trying to. It's like taking a static field of convection, and then you rub a rubber balloon on your hair, and then you could scrape it off on a piece of metal. Just imagine all that static getting together and balling up. And then when this ball gets together, it can be controlled. And it will start hitting. And it will start hitting you with a kinetic effect. And it tries to go in to your brain and stick with static. It's really strange shit. About 30 seconds ago, I just heard something click over here. Sounded like an antenna went in. Because this shit's working on a vents of the house. And when it works with the vents, it's going up into the roof. And as it goes through the roof and it's on top of the roof, it's going into the esophageal, onto the gutters. And the ground wires of the houses are chaining together. It's a big problem. I just seen a video about ground wires and grounds and shit going analog that the world's top electricians and line workers didn't know was happening. Just blame artificial intelligence, I guess. And I think some of the best things I could possibly do is just be silent right now. Just walk around and listen. Because shit comes flying off my body and goes and hits trees, houses, metal mailboxes. Because a magnetodielectric, okay? What it's doing, it's going out and hitting plastic and metal. And since we're using the power lines as antennas, the human body is an antenna, and we're remote controlling shit with magnetoproteins and whatever else. I can't even give you an accurate description for all the shit that's being used. I really can't. When the AC kicks on, when the AC kicks off, it's a save for like a video game. They're saving. And this will save because, like I said, there's like a TV screen that's pairing and it's saving. And this effect will happen at all times, and then it'll try to run a digital frequency instead of an analog frequency, like you're watching a video or having a video game come in, just like you're playing Google Stadia or PlayStation Plus, whatever it is. They have the video games come through the ether, the medium, and this is pairing with the brain. This is all I could do is document this shit, and the local police know, the local federal authorities know. There's not too many left here, and it's pretty bad whenever they won't report identity theft and call the FBI. It's pretty bad. I think next I'm just gonna go down to the FBI building and film it, because the FBI won't let me bring my phone into the building. They won't let me bring the phone in. And they won't come out here. They won't come out to the local police station. The FBI won't come out here and talk with detectives and whatever else they have, the FBI. I'm just gonna stay silent. See if anything you could hear anything. This thing's attacking my phone now. The last thing I'm gonna say, it's like something's trying to build on me. It's trying to get around my, it's around my neck pretty good. So I have like a collar around my neck, and my eyeballs, the top of my head, the sides of my head, right where the camera, how the cameras are working to record brains. There's four main places: one in the back of the head, each side of the head, and on the very top. And then it's on my neck, around the back, and then it's on the collarbone, and it's running to my chest. Um, and then for my chest, there's like a gap in the stomach and the gut, and it will work on the digestive tract from the outside in, and probably anything I'm eating, I'm swallowing the shit. And then it's working down on my sciatic nerve, and it won't leave the sciatic nerve. I think there's a ring on my. This car keeps clicking, and it's not hot. There's a ring on my fingers, and there's one on my toes. Some type of magnetic ring. Um, the shit's on my tailbone too, and it keeps vibrating my tailbone. So these vibrations are coming, and it's like building snakes and or genetically engineering proteins, like a magnetic protein, magnetoprotein. That's the best guess I got right now until somebody fucking takes me in at a hospital or a facility or something and pulls all this shit out. There's the fire trucks. Something just blew up. um, or who the hell knows what the hell's on fire? For fire trucks to go out. Fire trucks went out a couple days ago up here. I heard them go by the street. But anyways, the tailbone and my knee, my one knee, there's a problem. My left knee. I don't know if the microphone coil is picking up that cricket sound or not, but it's like jumping across the street. You can hear a reflection. Try to walk back and forth. This is like the fucking nuclear fusion going on in the human body. You start running ionized charges together, especially of the same charge. What's happening? Like there's a lot I got to learn. I know exactly what's happening. All I have to do is see it. All I have to do is see it. And using the human body as a goddamn antenna. This is fucking getting wild. Biotechnology, humans as antennas, surveillance weapons. Like, how the hell is surveillance a weapon? Well, I'm explaining it to you right now. Because you could literally just point a laser at someone and record them. It's a geolocation tool. And you know how geolocation works. It works by triangulation. Well, here's a neat little triangulation. So here's one street light, two street lights, three. There's a fourth one up here. Let me get up here on top of the hill in my house. All I know, the people that are doing this are very fucking unstable mentally. Very unstable mentally. There's 4 streetlights here. And whenever you vector these streetlights out, whenever they get vectored out, 1, 2, 3, there's another one back here somewhere. I don't know where it's at right now. But whenever you vector these lights out and put them right in the center, you get an effect, a cancel effect. And you can start pulling ions and shit. Because there's antennas in them. And more importantly, the streetlight's connected to the damn freaking power grid. Like up here on my roof, my soffit fascia. Matter of fact, let me do this. Turn the light on. You know, there's so much interference here, like the old school phones. You used to be able to pick up on other people's conversations with a cordless phone, or even my guitar amplifier. I pick up conversations on my guitar amplifier, but it's not a cell phone call. But they are using cell phones, and you know, here's the funny part. I talked to someone just the other day. They had a cell phone, and they went back to pay their bill one day. It said on their bill they had 22 other lines on their phone. 22 phone lines on one phone. And a guy that run the cell phone company says he's never seen anything like this. Immediately canceled his service and says he didn't know what to do. 22 lines on one cell phone. It's 22 phone numbers on one phone. This is crazy shit here, huh? And this shit won't stop either. It won't stop. And then they're putting microphone coils on the wires. Tesla coils. Not like the big ones you see. There's Tesla coils that are so small, and whatever type of technology it is, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything. But there's shit that's able to reflect the alternating current going down the street and use this. And more importantly, rectify, change it into a direct current. Because it's a transformer. The human brain has 4 transformers in it. These people know this very well. These biotechnologies that you can't even file a police report on because they won't fucking let it know it exists. And if they are working on it, they're doing it secretly. Because they have the tools to do so. These amplifiers that go out with their radios, and it's a tool for exploitation. And it's working on the human brain, and they just put it on people. Because I run into one of the police down here to come to my house. And I says, once it starts, I can't stop it. And he says, are you threatening me? I Says, well, if this shit's happening to me, don't you think it could happen to you? He's like, yes, I'm very concerned. What the fuck's going on? How many of their body armor cameras are being deleted? Because they're not filing police reports. Oh, boy. I guess Heidi Fleiss lives over here. Like when you get crosstalk and you start picking up communications through the walls, and they think it's because of the current in the walls. It's picking up the electric lines in the walls. They're saying that the cell phone communications are cross talking through the walls, and you can hear people talking through the walls of your houses. Someone told me Heidi Fleiss lives over there. I'm still waiting for him to start talking shit on the other neighbors. Still waiting for him to talk shit on the other neighbors. And then the crickets can be used individually targeted and be used for modulation. Birds, crickets, deer. Every sound could be used for modulation and picked up through the walls of the house on crosstalk. Cyber weapons. You know, I looked up NSO group on YouTube tonight. Oh, perfect time. There's an airplane getting ready to land with the radar sweeping. Yeah, at least it's not flying over the house. But anyways, I looked up NSO group on YouTube, and there's a big list of something called Pegasus. They said Pegasus, 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 Pegasus. Nothing about the power lines. Nothing about using human bodies as it only attacks the cell phones, they're saying. This was 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago. It only attacks the cell phones. It doesn't attack airplane radars. It doesn't attack no weather stations. It doesn't attack police cruisers, and because their cruisers got computers in it, and it don't attack. More importantly, the human brain. Nobody wants to talk about this. Like Harvard, when are you going to release a new report? You're the ones who said special eye drops, you could fucking hack the human brain. You could backdoor it back in 2012. Haven't heard another report since. At least Mr. Schmidt come out over at Stanford talking about all you assholes, what the fuck you're doing. If anybody can comprehend what he's saying, if I listen to that video and write down every word for word what he says, probably correlates identical to what the fuck I'm talking about. He's the ex-CEO of Google, and he talked a lot of shit on Google. That's what it is. I gotta document what the fuck's going on, and nobody seems to be paying attention. Like, I don't even know what's in the headlines right now. How isn't this like the biggest thing ever in the headlines? Oh yeah, it's spiritual. Like you sit cross-legged at a tree and you become spiritual. And you go to sleep and you start dreaming and you become a spiritual person. It's spiritual. Oh yeah, your guardian angels are gonna come talk to you and tell you to jerk off for them, so they could collect your fucking proteins out of your your man juice. Yeah, your guardian angels nowadays it's spirituality. It has nothing to do with a surveillance tool working out of the power lines, or the data cables, or the transformers on the ground, or the 220 transformers on the poles. No, it has nothing to do with that. And then I just heard there's an idiot person that works for NASA, an Indian woman, coming out saying, there's interdimensional beings hacking NASA equipment. This woman has the intelligence to come out and say interdimensional non-human intelligences are hacking their equipment, and not talking about power lines. Not talking about power lines being used as antennas. More importantly, whatever the technology is, I cannot accurately describe it, but you can see black masses moving on the wires on the Kevlar and the aluminum. And didn't they bitch about this in Hawaii because the power line started all these electrical fires? That's like that was all forgotten about. Because you start getting electrical reflections and cause standing waves. And you can control these standing waves. More importantly, when a fire starts and changes the consistency of the wires and causes an alien vibration, look out. And you could do that with a wind blown. You don't even need a fire. And we all know magnetic thrust changes the ions in the air. That's what the wind is. Now we're geoengineering even more. We don't want to talk about the power lines being used for geoengineering because it's considered a scalar beam weapon. It's brought out in 2017 when nano weapons was dropped. Useless paperwork. This is paperwork that is useless. Just like Donald Trump's classified documents. Just like Joe Biden's classified useless papers that got him indicted. Useless. You know, how many different electrical suppliers are there around here? How many different gas suppliers are there around here? What the hell's going on? All these gas suppliers. Geothermal. Oil. Oh, there's oil here too. Look out. Nobody would want to use these surveillance weapons to knock people out of their houses so they could live on top of an oil field, would they? I guess tomorrow I'm going to have to take a walk. Something just snapped into the corner of the fascia here. I'm going to have to go take a walk to the oil pump up the road tomorrow. Make a video. Yeah, there's oil up here. They're pumping it right out of the ground. Less than a mile away. There's another oil pump. There's 2 more oil pumps in this town. 2 of them. So there must be some oil here. And if there's oil, there's gas. If there's gas, there's geothermals. Oh boy, everybody's just licking their goddamn fingers for how good it sounds here to buy the houses. State Street, what's up? What's up, State Street? And you got some money to know how these surveillance tools work, don't you? I have all these agencies scratching their fucking heads. We don't know. It's useless paper. Useless paperwork. And the worst part is, the phone tells you. Alright, frequencies resonate, internal energy, neurologically developing. Surveillance, state scale, and stupidity, State Street. That's 6 S's. Not in the near future.